I need to make some changes out here in order to be doing some of the larger furniture pieces that I'm starting to really enjoy doing. And that is going to be what this video is. All of the changes and the things that I just haven't gotten around to doing. I started a list on my phone of things that I was like, oh, you know what? I need to get this done, or I need to fix this. That list slowly started accumulating to the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stop the projects, I'm gonna stop the videos, and I'm just gonna take care of all this stuff. With that being said, there are still some other things that I need to get done. For example, lighting is pretty bad in here. I have overhead lighting, which for video isn't very good. When I'm working and you're looking at a table, that's really good, but for this and head on, not very good. So I still need to get that done. So the first thing that I decided to tackle, I'm not gonna be putting any footage of this because it's pretty controversial, the topic itself. And that was electrical. One of them is for 220 for some of the new equipment that I purchased, and also a 110, which is a 20 amp circuit. So the way that I did this, as you can see, was actually installing conduit all around the shop. I actually do like installing electrical. It's not too messy, and if you know what you're doing, it should go pretty smoothly. So once I got that done, the second thing on my list that has been bugging the crap out of me for probably ever since I started woodworking out here, and that was painting the second half of the garage. And I just never got around to doing the second half of the garage. As you can see, there isn't any paint on the walls, it's just the sheetrock, and it doesn't look very good on video. And ultimately when I actually move out of here and none of the woodworking stuff is in here, a white garage isn't a bad thing to have. So I decided to not only do myself a favor, but also my parents, and paint the garage. So the third thing that has been much needed out here in the garage for me has been some rubber flooring. I have actually seen some other YouTubers and woodworkers put some foam or rubber flooring underneath their feet for working. I've seen it under a workbench or by the table saw, or pretty much anywhere where you're standing in one place for a long period of time. And I personally have actually had a hard time out here standing for a long time because my back starts to hurt, my knees start to ache, and it's just something that in the future I don't want to catch up with me. I, being a tall guy, have actually kind of custom fitted some of the stuff out here for me personally. That is workbench heights, my table saw height. I've raised everything up and I've accommodated stuff for me specifically. And this flooring is another one of those examples. I will leave a link down below. None of this is sponsored or paid for. I bought this all with my own money. I just wanted to disclose that. Now, these rubber tiles that I purchased came on a pallet, and they were actually super easy to install. All I had to do was take a mallet and a straight edge. Wherever I go, in whatever space I'm in, I could take all these tiles and put them in that new space. Nothing is glued to the ground, so if one of the tiles gets damaged or cut, I could just pop it up and put in a new tile. has been a ton of work getting up to this point, but now is the most exciting part. I decided to invest in some new equipment here for the shop. Now ultimately where I want to go with my business and my woodworking, the tools that I decided to purchase made the most sense for me. The disc sander that I invested in is going to save countless hours in the future of just sanding with a sander. If you've seen any of my videos in the past, you see me standing over at the workbench and just sanding for several hours, and I've just dreamed of having this tool. And it's just gonna be so nice to be able to just spit the boards through that and then actually get to the thing that matters, and that is the joinery and the actual assembling of the project, whatever it is. The sanding isn't something that is overly exciting in woodworking, but it needs to get done. In terms of efficiency and the amount of time I actually spend on a project, having this machine in here is going to be very, very nice. The other tool that I decided to invest in is a brand new bandsaw. I've had my very small 10-inch Craftsman bandsaw for 2 or 3 years now, and it has served me very well, but I have definitely outgrown this machine. My little 10-inch Craftsman bandsaw has served me very well, but I know that I've outgrown it, and my woodworking has gotten to a point where having a larger bandsaw like the one behind me is going to be a huge asset for me. I've had to resaw on this small 10-inch bandsaw, and I've just had it cry and cry, and it just absolutely hates it. I'm still going to keep it for smaller stuff. I can put a smaller blade on it, but for larger power and higher stupid amounts of resaw capacity. So having this machine is going to be so great for the projects in the future. So I know I kind of jam-packed a bunch of different topics in this video, but hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and hopefully it gave you a little bit of context, I guess, as to what exactly is going on out here and where the direction of my woodworking is going to go. So in the next video, something very exciting is going to be happening, and it involves these boxes right here. And I will give you one hint. The next video on this channel is going to be very exciting. Now, with that being said, once again, I'd like to reiterate that nothing in this video was sponsored at all. The flooring, the paint, the tools, all that stuff, none of it was sponsored. It was all paid for by me. I just wanted to disclose that and be as transparent as possible. But hopefully you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next video.